Here we go, it's episode 1, it's race 1 of Who's in the Car. There's a bit of fighting at the back of the pack already.
Hi and welcome along to the weekend preview. Don't forget, before we get into the show, to check that out in the car. I was one of the people in the car. Lewis Hamilton.
You meant to tell people that?
Huh?
You meant to tell people that you were in the car?
You can see me on the preview.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Lewis Hamilton, watch out. Verstappen, I'm coming for you, right? Lando Norris, you're in trouble.
In your little Mario Kart.
Rob, you putting a big helmet on and that, lad?
Rob, like Bowser in the little Mario Kart.
Bowser, you're in trouble, Bowser.
To be fair, when he first saw the car, he was like, I'm going to fit now.
No, man, I'll tell you. You know what? Anyway, I ain't even going to reveal anything. Just make sure you watch it. It's out tonight at 6 p.m. here on DR Sports, right? So, on Track GP. So make sure you check that out. Going to be brilliant. Also, just before I introduce everybody on the panel, don't forget that this video is brought to you today by Fair Play. Fair Play is that brilliant app that allows you to place real bets against your mates without the need for cash. Now, you know how many times me and Doyle will bet on it?
Yeah.
And Doyle will be like, yeah, Robbie, man, I reckon we'll come back. You're 2-0 up, but I reckon we'll come back. And I'll say, yeah, come on then.
And I'm
let's
like,
put £100 on it, right?
Lad.
Shake on it, right? And then when they did come back now, I'm like, no, I never did that.
But I make him pay up.
Well, right, this app make sure that doesn't happen, right? Because you can bet with your mate, you can bet with him on things like a FIFA, a golf match, anything. You make the rules because you're doing it on the app. You can have a go at your mate if he never pays up. But this app will make sure that he does pay up. There's no commission. So you get 100% of your winnings. It's free to download. You can download it right now. Just click the link in the description. If you both bet a tenner, the winner wins £20, just like if you were just betting amongst friends. So download the app. The link is in the description. There's also a QR code on the screen, and make your bet on DR Sports. Use the promo code Saka when signing up. If Saka scores or assists against Wolves, you're going to win a free £5 bet. Now, come on.
Obviously,
You basically
This
signed
guy,
him
so
right
far
Every
this
single
season, every single game, he either scores or assists, right?
Ridiculous.
So if he scores or assists, you can win a free £5. They're literally giving it to you, right?
Basically, yeah.
Easy if you used it before. If not, you're good to go right now. Users need to be 18 plus. BeGambleAware.com. Click the link in the description right now. Remember, use the code Saka. I've got a bet for you. I bet everybody on there. I bet you, Abby. Bet you, Doyle. And I bet you, Matisse. I bet you, Flex, that Matisse is late. I'm with all of them.
Easy. That's worse than the Saka one.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Now he tries to get in.
How could you do me dirty like that?
Because it's true. You're always late.
Yeah.
I've never seen a man this late in my life.
It's harder for him to actually be on time.
Bro, TFL is hard for them to even run a train.
Why do you always blame them?
TFL is always getting the
that's my
blame.
service. That's
No, but
my
why don't you
commute.
leave earlier? Because you know that they're on some F3s.
Bro, I got on the train doesn't move, bro. You're lucky I didn't get stuck in a tunnel. I was like,
Was this Elizabeth line again?
yes, Elizabeth. She's
Oh,
left us
that
a
Lizzie
great-
line's not
Lizzie
very good,
line.
to
No,
be
I'm
fair.
not going to get into it anyway. I'm not going to get into it.
Elizabeth, probably your girlfriend's driving the train or something. Why that train never gets her in time. Right, listen, we got Matisse, big Chelsea fan in the building. Abby Summers, Tottenham till she dies. Right, we have got Doyle, Liverpool fan, and of course Flex, big Manchester United fan. Of course, we're here to preview all of the weekend's games. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about Champions League. Right, last night, Arsenal qualified for the Champions League, top of their group with a game to spare, with a massive 6-0 victory at home, 5-0 up.
I saw it fired.
6-0, 5-0 up at half time, and I have to say, some great goals scored in the game. Jesus was unplayable in the game. He really was good. 6 different goal scorers in the game, and a really, really impressive performance. But let's not touch too much on the Arsenal game. Oh, come on.
Routine win, innit? Yeah.
Routine
Nice and
win.
easy, lad.
Let's talk about Galatasary versus Manchester United. Now, before the game, our game started, that was a 5:45 kickoff. I sort of came in. We was having a bit of a meeting on AFTV, and then I said, "Oh, the United game." And I looked, 2-0 up. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-0 up away
Same.
to Galatasaray.
Getting us that fifth spot.
You know what I mean? Welcome to hell and all that. I go, that's impressive. I go,
Devil's
United,
plate,
fair play to them.
Devil's
Then next minute, they pulled it back to 2-1. I was thinking, oh, hello.
Got a game,
And then I'm starting to watch the game. But then United go 3-1 up. I'm thinking,
Nah, it's done now, innit?
Now I'm really
Yeah, we're done.
really
Surely they're not
another
going to mess this
2-goal
up.
lead.
Turn the corner.
Another 2-goal lead, right? And then, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Andre Onana throws one in, and then right at the end, well,
Throws
about
another
15
one.
minutes ago, Galatasaray score another one, make it 3-3. And now, Flex, I know you guys are doing a stream on it. You're right up against it now. I think going into the last game now, what is it? Galatasaray.
We have to beat
Galatasaray.
Yeah, you have to beat-
You got to beat
Galatasaray and
Bayern,
Copenhagen have to draw.
and they have to draw.
Yeah.
If not, you're out of the Champions League. I mean, how did you manage to throw that game away? A 2-goal lead twice in the game,
Tell us.
and
Ask
tell
Andre.
and
Ask Andre, mate. That's
No,
the
but
reason.
you-
That's
you-
the reason.
you was there on Monday singing his praises.
Yeah. And now, you can't anymore.
quiet.
You can't defend it, you can't.
He's quietly going
Because
under the
I
radar.
sang his praises at the time when he deserved it. 5, 6, 7 games, he's been fine. Since the Brentford mistake, he's actually been very good. But what I've learned is every 6 or 7 games, maybe 10 max, you're going to get that. That's never going to go out of his game. Like I said, when we made that song in San Diego, me and KG,
Yeah.
Beanie Man liked it. Real Beanie Man liked the song. He saw it and he put a laughing emoji and liked it. Beanie Man, if you're watching, take the like back. Delete the comment. He's disgraced the song. And the thing is, yeah, I've tried. You're trying so hard to back this guy. I'll say it as it is. I can't believe my team's got a black keeper from Africa. I never thought I'd see Man United have that. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah.
I never thought I would see that. So you know what? I'm going to be honest here. There's that extra bit in me. Normally, this is not really a norm. I really want you to flourish.
Yeah.
Because also, when you do F up and make mistakes, you are going to take it that little bit more. You got the high top. You're a bit eccentric. You got a big character. So when you mess up, it's already difficult for you. I don't want to be the one to home in on this guy.
Post-match interviews. whatnot.
Listen, you see my post-match interview yesterday, bro? It's all his fault.
It is.
It's like there's no... My players, yeah, my outfield players did not deserve to leave that pitch not winners. They scored 2... they even
even
surprised me.
scapegoating.
This ain't
No,
scapegoating.
it's
This
actually his
because I
fault.
don't like to do that thing of like, oh, something happens, blame one person. It's a team game. We lose together, we win together. No. You are making us lose. You are the reason we didn't get through Champions League qualification. Because if you're doing percentages, 70-30 in your favour. Why we didn't go through. Maybe even 80-20. Because when I break down the games and the impact that
Although he
had-
did make that penalty save.
Listen,
didn't
that's
he?
what I'm saying. So take a little bit percentage back.
Remember the,
But it counts for-
padlock? The padlock.
Yes.
emoji that you put
Clean
on?
sheets.
Yeah.
He's still got the joint most clean sheets in the league.
That padlock.
He's still got I don't know how. He's still got the most joint clean
a
sheets. Do
locksmith,
you know what I mean?
that's good.
But what I'll say is this,
lock's
yeah,
broken.
is when I look at him, yeah, this is what it's like. You know when you play like 6 aside, 9 aside. Say me and you was playing that, you was playing that. Are any of us goalkeepers here?
No.
Right? So you know when you're playing like with your boys and that or whatever, 9 aside.
Yeah.
Someone's got to go and goal.
2 and out. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Matisse, man, go in goal, man. Doyle, hurry up, it's your turn now. I've let 2 in already. He looks like the man them down goals.
Yeah, that wants to let them in, lad, so he can get out a goal and be on
It
field.
looks like he's playing the Lucas A Power League.
He wants to play in midfield.
Bro,
does, yeah.
he looks like a football player who's like, let me just go and goal for a bit. Then it's my turn to come out.
Yeah.
And
He can't wait to
Bro,
come out.
you know the 9-a-side goal, 6-side goal where you're taller than the goal?
Yeah.
You know the 5-a-side goal where it's the long one where you could lie down and be the length of the goal?
Yeah.
That's the type of goalkeeper he is. He can do, and because we're players, we can do the saves with our feet because you're kicking the save.
Yeah.
Can't get down quick and do.
No.
Well, when we do, that's what happens.
Pushes it in.
It goes, ooh. And you know what's mad? Even the mechanics of the mistake are wrong.
juggling.
Bro, I've looked at the physics. Yeah? of what this guy's doing. Because you know science, you can't argue with science.
The tractors and that lad's got it out.
Doyle,
Compass.
let me put the lid on this, yeah?
What mass?
Why is it he could make a mistake, yeah? And the ball don't even go the right way from the mistake. You done the floppy wrist, the ball's gone back there. If you do a floppy wrist, it should just fall underneath you and go there. How on earth have you made the ball go back acute angle? Let's get to maths. Trigonometry. Obtuse. Acute angle.
Yeah.
Acute angle, 45 degrees back that way. Your mechanics are wrong. Here's another thing what I realised. Even when he makes a good save, it looks wrong.
Yeah, it does.
You see when Idris Gueye had that shot for Everton, he does the mad thing. How's the ball gone at that angle out? It shouldn't go there.
It's the wrong part of his palm.
It hits the wrong part of everything.
Yeah.
Is it with ONANA? Because obviously, listen, you paid a lot of money for him. That's the other thing, right?
Yeah.
It was nearly £50 million, right? Is it with ONANA that it's just a goalkeeper lacking a bit of confidence, going through a tough time? Or is it that he's got some fundamental flaws where Man United now are going to have to look at another keeper? Because is it fundamental? Or is it because if it's just a confidence thing, then you've got to persist. You've got to persist.
It's fundamental because his mechanics of how you move as a goalkeeper and what should happen with the way that you save the ball is wrong.
But,
the way he dives, the way he jumps for the ball,
But can I ask you a
it's
question?
wrong. It's wrong.
Did Inter, or
See this, yeah.
Ajax fans?
These Milan clubs are starting to get very sneaky.
He got sold from every one of them clubs, so I'm assuming yes.
Yeah, but
if someone comes in for your best goalkeeper, you do not let him go. Look at Oblak for Atletico Madrid. He was one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and he could have been bought by any of the best clubs, but they desperately kept hold of him.
I get that, but at the same time, like, obviously, he got to a Champions League final last year, so he can't have been that bad, in my opinion. Like, he can't have been that bad.
And he played well in it. And he played well in it.
He did, and I
Karius.
just...
No,
he's not. He's
well,
not
KG said he is.
He's not.
KG's title on his video is "We signed Karius."
The Cameroon.
No, he's worse than Karius, bro. He's worse than Karius. Karius was in disguise for the whole season and then messed up.
Yeah.
Whereas he's not in disguise, lad. He's just like, I'm a villain, bro.
It can't be confidence though, because he's got the joint most clean sheets.
Yeah. No, but so it is the bit about confidence, which again, when I'm emotional, because I was done. I looked at my team, and I went, we're actually all right, you know. Hardly anyone thought, and even defensively, like hardly anyone thought we'd go to Galatasary and put in that perfect start. Garnacho, brilliant goal. Højlund, great hold up. Bruno, back to doing what you do, get assists, supply line. Second goal, Bruno don't do nothing, give me space, bam, Clark that, hold that. It was that. That's the type of performance it was.
Yep.
Harry Maguire stepping in, being aggressive, you're not getting past. Luke Shaw, calm. Wan-Bissaka, he had Angelino and Wilfried Zaha down his side, getting W's, just fighting through it. Cool. Lindelof composed. Everything was fine. Contentious little free kick thing. All right,
Man
cool.
made Ziyech look like Messi out there.
Bro, I saw. Where's Versus? You lot are a disgrace. Whoever writes whoever the editor is at Versus.
Editor.
Yeah. Whoever the editor. Yeah. Who has editorial
FCM podcast.
power? Yeah. FC. Yeah. Mao. Yeah. You. Yeah. I don't know if you wrote this one. Do you know what I saw? The streets won't forget this masterclass from Ziyech.
From Hakim Ziyech. The Wizards.
2 goals and an assist.
The Wizards.
Excuse me.
Wizards of Waverley Place.
Excuse me. The streets won't forget this disaster class from ONANA. That's what the streets won't forget.
Who's your backup keeper?
Listen, I don't know who he is. His name's I
don't know.
David De Gea's out there.
No,
David De Gea's still there.
Listen,
He's
Still free agent. David De Gea.
Listen. Right now, I'm sending the pigeon. Yeah. With the little message in the satchel, I'm sending the pigeon to David De Gea.
Really?
I'm saying, brother.
David De Gea.
I'm saying, listen, you ain't got a club yet. What are you saying?
Jeez.
Going back to your ex.
I'm saying.
Going back to your
Going back to your ex.
I'm saying, bro.
Groveling.
AFCON, you get games, you play.
Wow.
I'm also saying, I've already got Tom Heaton, bro. Wow. Tom Heaton is the most standard, normal professional, just knows his job. I'm telling you now, Thomas Heaton would not do them things that he's doing.
Timothy Thomas, wow.
He wouldn't do it. Outside by in there, I don't know. I don't really see him play him.
Let me get into a couple of super chats. LJ Brown says, Flicks, I could go on about United. Got put in a dirty kebab on an EasyJet flighty back from to Salford. Instead, I want to know what you think of the goalkeeping situation. P.S. Mar, you better cook Saeed on Big Six. Saeed, that I saw his meltdown. I felt for him, man.
When you didn't must, Saeed. That's what I'm going to say.
Rack says, have you guys seen Saeed's celebration? Yeah, because he looks like he's like laughing at that, but it's the pain.
No, I love the way
his
mic cuts out, so you just get...
Yours does that. when you shout too loud, it like you can't hear it.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I love it.
He goes, have you seen the celebration and the mistake on the second goal? Absolutely priceless. Matisse, you should find the clip. And you must share it on the Big Six today.
I have it.
Marlon says, he has the clip. Marlon says, ONANA is like your mate who has everything going for them in a good job, good money. But every now and again, he takes LSD before an important meeting. Nistak says, big up to the panel. Spurs need to be useful for once and get a draw this weekend. I think it's about time Mar gets a forfeit.
Agreed.
I am the truth, says Flex. Newcastle will make love to us, he says. He goes, ONANA. He goes, ONANA, he says.
No, mate.
Oh, no. He actually does say oh, no. Jack Harmon says, Abby, just wondering if you're going to be in the home or away end this weekend. I hope you're okay, Abby. Abby, are you okay?
I'm good.
And ONANA has...
That's never going to go away. Yeah.
Done forever.
It bangs.
ONANA has T-Rex arms, says Rodriguez. Let's start off, actually, with your game. Newcastle away. Both teams this week have had defeats in the Champions League, but one team...
draws.
No, both
draws. They both feel like defeats for the both teams. And they both
Newcastle got robbed.
Newcastle,
we got robbed by our own keeper.
I have to say, right, I watched that Newcastle game. That was outrageous.
Sick.
Looked like they're getting paid off. That just looked like corruption.
We did. We were doing it on
Right.
here. We were doing it for DR, and we had you go in, and I felt sick for him. I'm convinced Fuad fully jinxed it because he was trying to put the whole Spursiness on it. He was like, "Bro, I'm going to be fine. You'll be fine." And then he wanted PSG to score because he wanted it to be a good ending, and I was like, why are you doing that? I was like, why would you do that to him? And then that penalty, and I was like, surely that's not a pen, surely not.
In Europe it's a pen because they just give everything.
It's not
common sense.
Last night they changed it.
It literally happened about 20 minutes earlier. I can't remember what player it was. A Newcastle player bounced off his knee, hit his arm, no penalty. And then this one was even less of contact on the arm. It came off his chest. It was even harder to avoid, and he gave that one. So there's no... Bro,
you don't even have to
not
play the game
pen.
to know that there's nothing you can do apart from dislocate your elbow and just like throw it away.
No, but there's nothing you could do.
That was
Crazy.
Yeah, it was
there, and it bounced
up. Yeah.
Like, how is that a pen? I felt sick.
Although I have to say that I thought on the night I was disgusted.
And then you remembered Arsenal, and
Then I remembered the Newcastle game and all them
They didn't do anything wrong.
all them Newcastle fans after the game. Matty Renton, all of you lot afterwards, it went against us. I was like, karma.
That's a low blow.
But then after that, I was afterwards like, no. But even with that, it's still.
Do you know why I wanted
that? Was terrible.
Even though
terrible decision.
Even though we just lost to them, I needed them to win that. So coefficient points. You know what I'm saying? Like I need these points.
And they defended so well. But basically you got two teams that have come off the back of the draw. One that you basically threw it away. The other ones that feel very hard done by, but they're going to come together. Newcastle versus Manchester United. Newcastle, a very, very difficult place to go to. But Manchester United, one thing you've got to say, attacking wise at the moment, they're showing green shoots of, Garnacho's looking on it. Like you said, Anthony looked a lot better. And Bruno Fernandes looks on it.
Hoyland as well, he's playing his part.
Well, it's going to be a very, very good game, isn't it? What are you thinking about this one, Flex? Newcastle versus Man United, 8 o'clock kickoff on Saturday.
Yeah, I think I'm less fearful than I was a few weeks ago because we've managed to show a bit. You know, we've gone to Goodison and we showed a bit. That was a tough game to come through. We made it comfortable. Although ONANA did what he did, in terms of 11v11 and mentality of the players, they put it right, and that's a really difficult place to go, and they looked comfortable for a lot of it. Newcastle is different as well. You know, they're very physical, they're very at it. And last year when we lost, I think 2-0, which could have been 5, it was after the international break, I think they just run up on us. You know what it's like, Joe Linton running around, Gordon, Longstaff, everyone, Almiron won't stop, at it, throw-ins, come on. And obviously in that documentary when Eddie Howe said, what happened to us in the Carabao Cup, let's make sure they want a good game, quick game, we'll give it to them, all of that. So I feel like we're in a better place to match that and make it quite an entertaining game. But I still do worry for us obviously after what happened with ONANA, so that's there. Right now, that's just happened. He's just restarted the clock. He built up a bit of momentum to say maybe he's turned the corner. Now he's back to square one again. You got Anthony Gordon going to rush him at everything. They're going to shoot on sight. The crowd's going to be on him. So I worry for him. So I expect a mistake of some sort. You
need a bit of revenge after what?
Bro, absolutely. But I actually do have faith that Rashford will be back. I do have faith that we can make a good game of it. But I still got this thing that I can't see us winning.
I mean, you absolutely should see you not winning because your team is being very poor. I love you. You're a good lad.
You said this against Everton. No, wait there. Before you do this, you said Everton lad. They are angry Scousers for a reason, lad, and because they are very, very bitter. That's what you said. My team won 3-0. So I'm not going to listen to you say it.
But then Garnacho did some spaceman goal, lad, which I've never seen before, which was incredible. So fair play to him, goal of the season, all that. But lads, this is Newcastle. It's not Everton. When you go to St James's Park, it's hard when you're the best team in the world. Man City went there and drew 3-3. So this is not going to be one of them games where you can sort of find something in the game. It's going to be you getting trounced on by Isak, Gordon, the team that's been battering everybody, lad. No, genuinely, I do not see how you're going to get in.
Obviously, if we don't play well, that can happen. And maybe this is stupid faith, but I have to say how I feel. The point, I do feel that we can compete with them.
You have not got any points from the top 6 at all.
Well, it has to change.
None.
We got a poll on what they should do about the goalkeeping situation. 51% saying stick with ONANA. 49% say bring back De Gea. I want to ask you this, right? 50. That game against Newcastle, would you drop De Gea and bring in Heaton?
Would I drop ONANA? Sorry.
ONANA. De Gea. ONANA and bring in Heaton.
Can't do it.
That's mad.
You can't do it.
You can't.
I don't think you can do anything until AFCON.
What would you do? You keep him?
I don't think you can drop him for this game. I just don't.
I'll be honest though. I will be actually honest. If Heaton did have to come in, I would be like, it's not a problem.
But I just don't think you can do that to someone's.
And Eric won't do it because the same way how it happened after the first time. It's his first season. All this has to just go under his first season.
I think with AFCON, then you can play around with the keeper situation, whether that is either of your two keepers that come in. But I don't think that you can drop him because I think that is probably more detrimental.
Are you sure he's even going to get in that Cameroon team?
Even they might not want him to play. He'll go. They asked him to come out of retirement. They might send him back in it.
He'll go.
The way he's playing at the moment.
There's a lot of goalkeepers on the free agent market.
You can have Hugo Lloris. He's still knocking about.
Ben Foster. He's got a YouTube channel. Commercials.
Ben Foster. Might be better than them.
Ben Foster, yeah.
Socials, medias.
I just wanted to say about Newcastle. The one thing I hope Newcastle obviously do get the win for them because I think they will. Tuesday was just a madness for them and they deserved it. But the one thing I would say is obviously their squad is extremely thin at the minute.
A lot of injuries.
And again, they're just playing that same 11 pretty much every game. So they've come
make a sub.
No, they didn't. They couldn't.
But they also should have beat PSG away with that squad.
But again, it's like we talk about all the time, like the fine margins in football. Think about the chances that PSG had. Barcola missed about.
Like Newcastle, I think there is this thing about Newcastle that we create. Obviously, they've smashed Chelsea 4-1. They ended up beating you. But they're not when you watch the game.
They're very strong at home, though.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely, they are.
My only thing in my head is about the physical toll that this week's taken. So you've got Chelsea, and they beat Chelsea really strong weekend. Right. Go to PSG, and if that gets you over if you get over the line, then I think that's a completely different mentality going into the game against United. But obviously, that kind of fell at the last hurdle, contentiously or not.
And we have that feeling going to this as well.
Yeah, and it felt like a loss, and that's what Eddie Howe said. Obviously it was an amazing night, but it does feel more like a defeat because of that end result. So again, it's just asking these players to go again and have the same energy and mentality and physical level that they've had for these two other games in the space of a week. It's a lot. And also they're playing on a Saturday. I know it's the evening, but still, you're asking a lot out of these same 11 players when you've got no one to really rotate. So I just don't know if they'll have enough in the engine to make a win. I still think it'll be a draw, but I just don't know if they've got enough to get over the line.
Your prediction for the game, Abby?
I'm going to go with a draw. I'm going to go 2-2.
Matisse?
You think we'll get smashed? I know you do.
Nah.
I don't know what anyone thinks. Otherwise, I genuinely don't.
Fine,
I don't understand how
it's hard to say how away the lads after losing 4-1 to them, you know what I mean?
But you felt
Matty going on big six and moving mad.
And that happened because you just made mad mistakes in quick succession.
He just wants to get Matty back. He's not.
I just don't know
just
who
be
I
honest,
want to
buddy.
lose more.
Okay?
I think the thing is with Newcastle, you've got to get through the first 15-20 minutes. If you can get through that, like with their bench.
Game starts to calm down.
Yeah, it starts to calm down. I'm gonna go a draw as well. I'll say 2-2.
It's going to be 3-1 to Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle.
Every time you've done this, it's
it
backfired.
hasn't.
Luton versus
So many times.
Monologues.
It's backfired. It's backfired
The last
twice.
2 times.
Backfired twice, and the rest of them have been correct.
You know what, Doyle? No, we actually need to get Doyle.
That's why I have to go win.
What about when
you
I
said
said?
it?
What about when I said Spurs going to lose against Wolves, and everyone was like, "Nah, you mad, Doyle," and then they lost 2-1, didn't they?
All right, you've got some in there, but however, you ain't 100% here. You've had some highlights. You looked into that camera over there, and you said, "Sorry, Luton, don't want to be disrespectful. Can't see it being anything."
I hold the L on that one. That's fair. And you all agreed with me. And you all sat there and went, "Yes, 4-0." Did you all sit there and go, "Yeah, 4-0, Doyle"? That's
He said, "The reason why they're the bitter blues, Everton can't see it, mate. 3-0.
Got 2 wrong. I've got 2 wrong.
Yeah, and you're gonna get this one wrong as well.
All right, what's your prediction?
Keep track.
1-1.
1-1.
Oh, so you're going for a draw anyway?
I think I'm going to edge Newcastle this
He
time.
said we're gonna get smashed. I said no.
I'll go 2-1
In fact,
Newcastle.
should we put a bet on it?
Yeah, fair play.
play.
Father, let's
Newcastle ain't getting beat.
Yeah, let's
Right, don't forget the fair play app. Right, we're
sort
taking
that
the
out.
music.
We'll sort that out.
Hit the link in the description. But get involved. Let me do a few more super chats before we get into the next game. Rack says, I flex. I know a good replacement for Onana. His twin brother, Bryce Samba, the Lons keeper. He was poor as well, man. I'll tell you. Yeah, he was, man. Ginger Bish 23 says, any elite keeper saves those free kicks. Onana is not an elite keeper. Average shot stopper. Below average handling and never pushes the ball away to safety. Brandon Young says, if they can bring back Johnny Evans, they can bring back David De Gea. Garvin Staunton says, surely the blame should partially be on Bruno. Giving away 2 cheap free kicks away that led to those 2 goals.
If you can't make a foul that far away from goal from that angle, because your keeper might do that, you may as well just walk off the pitch.
What's the point of having a keeper?
A person called himself United says, Flex, you are a disgrace. Wanting De Gea. You're a disgrace and you're a cheat. You're a cheat. Right? He says, wanting De Gea back. Stop rewriting history. He got us kicked out of the Europe and he handed City the treble last season. He's awful.
I think it was tongue in cheek.
He handed City the treble. What? Because of the thing in the FA Cup final that he made City win all those games.
There's a lot of games involved.
There's a lot of games.
Trouble.
Come on.
Talking.
Onana's moving mad. De Gea wouldn't do them things.
Talking to Man City, that's the big game of the weekend. Manchester City at home to Tottenham Hotspur. Abby, massive game.
Who do you want to win?
Shut up, Flex.
No, seriously, serious question.
They're your 2 teams, aren't they?
They have to be stopped.
Yeah, you always take care of Arsenal first. Make sure they don't win the league.
They're not going to win the league. I'm okay.
And you got a free hit.
But
Remember
it's
you said you
close.
got
They're
free
top
hit,
of the league.
and it's free season.
You can't have.
So Man City actually, if you think about it, it's more important for you that they win than Tottenham.
You can't beat Man City.
I'm just gonna let you have your
then
moment.
Arsenal beat. Who you got? Wolves.
We got
Arsenal
Wolves,
beat Wolves. And
You're
imagine-
away to Wolves, right?
No, they're home.
home,
Yeah,
so they're
home
going to
to
win that. Let's say can't have Arsenal
Disappointments in your face,
going in towards December. You can't have Arsenal like 8 points clear or something like that.
And you like Man City, isn't it? You've been to Man City. Have you not worked there before?
Are you done? Are you done?
What is this, by the way? Is it water?
Shout out Matty Cash as well.
Oh, just
You're not going extra on him as well, man.
free. You know what? I actually thought that was just. I thought that was just like his shins that he got a kick in the shin. But
He did the
he's out
same thing.
out until February.
He did the same thing to Matt Doherty,
I don't
kept him
think
out
he
a
done
whole
that on
season.
purpose.
Oh no, there's intent in it.
You think?
Yep.
I looked.
All day
I saw
long.
the Tottenham's fans online saying he should get retrospect, and I thought, let me look
It's
at
a
this.
disgrace.
I don't think that was.
It's just
I
a bad
don't think that
tackle,
was a
isn't it?
red card tackle.
Disgrace.
No, it's not a red
It's just
card.
it's a bad strong tackle.
bad tackle.
If
He
you
did
didn't
the
get
same-
injured,
he did
would you
the-
get mad and say?
Yeah, it was a bad tackle at the time. I agree, probably not a red.
Because he's your beloved Bentacle. He's been out for 9 months and now he's out again.
Half an hour. Half an hour.
Yeah, but that's
of
just- it's
he's been back.
football, it's
Half an
football.
hour.
When the Dogi went flying into my brother, do you know what I mean? And
No, you didn't say,
They
oh,
lived to tell the tale.
chop
didn't
the
they?
Enzo, do you know what I mean? It was no problem.
Come on,
No
man.
problem.
They lived to tell the tale.
I think
team. They had a
Tottenham
clean team.
fans.
it.
I think in that moment Tottenham fans feeling so sorry for themselves
Yeah.
with all these injuries, and now he's old Bentacle only just got him back. The player who done it, he's a criminal.
No,
Lock him up. Come on.
Because again, he's done the same thing 2 seasons in a row. But it's okay because we will have our moment.
Here we go.
We will have our moment.
Watch at Villa Park now.
Romero against Villa.
Sounds like you're sending the lads round.
Hello, yeah.
The way that Romero's
We can send some people run up.
Watch the clip back
Won't
of
be
when
Phil Mitchell, it'll be Toby.
When Bentancur's coming off the pitch, right? Romero's standing there, right, on the touchline, looking at it, being like, if I was playing, this boy's going straight back off as well.
Oh, was he there watching?
Yeah, they were all there everyone who was suspended or whatever, injured, they were all there on the touchline. And Romero's just standing there, like, hands on his hips, being like, get me on
hard
the
man.
pitch.
Is he back for this game, Romero?
No.
Good.
He's back for West Ham next
Because he was
Thursday.
being an hard man about 2 games ago.
Yeah,
That's why,
exactly.
innit?
Where it got him. Good.
Wasted his hard man.
Yeah, and he done it to his own friends. What kind of person is he?
All right, you going full tie again?
No, but I'm just saying he done it. If he
do
can do
that
that to him,
look what he can do.
It's true. So we shouldn't be commending him.
What's your
What do I
thought?
think? I have got absolutely no idea. Honestly, I have got no idea.
Because
we
you
must
genuinely
have an idea.
I really don't. We
I'm
have
just going to go
no
play a high line and put
ideas.
Emerson Royale and Ben Davies
Yeah,
there. So
I
you know what's gonna
actually don't know
Versus
what he's
Haaland.
going to do.
You know what's gonna happen.
I have no clue.
If he
3-0
plays that
minimum.
Does he bring?
Abby, I know we've had arguments
No,
about
this is actually hilarious.
Yeah, but I actually don't know what he's going to do.
No,
I don't
Robbie, you know
know
what he's going to do.
I don't. We have no one. We have
He's
no
going to do the same
squad.
thing. He's going to do the same
halfway
thing.
have
line,
no squad.
Haaland
I don't know
in
what he's
behind
going
an
to
Alvarez.
do.
Yeah?
We will be there.
It's going to be like Barcelona.
What do
Let's
you,
take attack off the press.
listen, what do you want him to do?
Look, I was fine with the way we played against Villa. I had no issue with it whatsoever.
Man City.
Yeah, I know, but
Play the line.
Etihad.
Play the line.
When is this game? Sunday?
Yeah, play the
Sunday,
line.
yes, I don't know, because when I think about who's actually available from the squad, it's all Conte's lot.
And now you take out Bentancur as well.
Yeah, so we take out Bentancur, so it's literally
Skip
just
would probably have to come in.
Basuma back.
Skip Højbjerg, yeah, Basuma is back, so it'll probably
Okay,
be.
so he'll come in for
It'll
him.
be Sar's still out, as far as I'm aware, which is a shame. So it'll probably be Højbjerg, Basuma, Skip, Kulusevski, Johnson, Son, and then Udogie, Porro, and then
Ben Davies and
Davison, probably Royale. I mean, I don't see the point of. Maybe he will bring Dyer in, but again, I don't really see the point
Can't
of
play
doing
that high
that.
line, man. You've
So-
got to go deeper. You've got
They
to
ain't
go.
going to.
If he's going to change anything, it's only going to be one player, which
can't
is
wait
going
for
to
this game.
And
be
really, he
Royale.
hasn't
Yeah,
showed.
I
Rinse.
really
The
want to
Dyer,
play that
but-
high line.
They're going to get rinsed.
City will do what we should have.
Yeah. What's the Tottenham thing? Dare to do. What is it again?
Dare to do, yeah.
Ange Postecoglou, I dare you to do that. You
don't have to.
Shit. High line.
He's gone in.
At Etihad at 4:30. Haaland, Doku,
Alvarez.
Do you know what? You're giving
Bernardo
you're
Silva.
giving a lot of hate to this. A lot of hate towards it. But
It's not hate.
It's not hate. It's
And
me
I'm
calling
not-
out what I've always
I'm
said
not
about this high
saying-
line thing. I think
I'm
it's
not
stupid.
saying that we're probably going to lose.
You're gonna
this
get
game.
moved to
and it probably
high line
will
for
end up
life.
Yeah.
being 4-0 or something stupid like that. Okay, because he probably will go with the high line and
Yes.
whatever. It is what it is.
High line for
but
life, mate.
just history will teach you in this
High line
game,
for life.
in this
High
particular
line for life,
fixture,
mate.
that however Tottenham have always been poor whenever coming into this game. Always, you know, and somehow we sometimes seem to get a result.
How did you do it? What was the way?
On the break?
There you go.
Okay,
You
well-
ain't doing nothing on those.
Exactly.
We might.
You're
I
on the
don't
front
know
foot.
what we're going
You're going
to
Etihad
do.
as champions, front foot, attacking football, put them under pressure, play in their half, win it back.
But what I would say is, if we had a fully fit 11,
Which you don't.
he'd play that way anyway. So
you know-
his
do-
answer
and
would be
that
like, you're
would-
going to play the same way,
and
whether
that's the only-
The only
I've got
thing
my
I'll
best
say,
players
Abby,
or my worst.
The only thing I'll say, Abby, right, is the last 2 times when you played City, where you've done brilliantly, it wasn't a high line.
It's on the
You-
break.
No.
Yeah, like, you know,
you
just-
sat deep.
This is the
and then
game you want
caught 'em on the
Antonio
break
Conte
with,
for.
like-
This is the game you want Antonio Conte for. But
So what is it, do you think that he's going to study those videos and
no,
maybe
I
change
think
his tactics?
he's going to go high line for life and Vicario in the 10. I do.
Did you hear what Ange said?
just-
Did you see what
what
Ange
will
said?
be?
Right, he come out and he said, I see all these managers, right, that say we want to play this style of football,
do it,
but we
mate.
can't because we don't have the players. And he's like, just do it, man. Just bloody do it. And so
bloody do it,
he's going to do it against City,
He's gonna do it.
who are the best team in the world at playing out of a press against a high line, and he's going to lose quite badly as a result.
But I tell you what,
He's going to lose.
and on Monday, let's say this result somehow manages to go in Spurs' favour.
Oh, you
Let's
can
just say,
cook like crazy.
There's no point us turning up.
if it happens,
Yeah,
You're
you
cooking
will-
it,
then
yeah.
You
then
will cook.
Alex will have to hold it for you.
And that's
bring-
fair, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But
always
if
here for
this
him.
does
No, but he will
happen-
think the same as what Dor just said.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
he
I
does
guarantee it.
everything. All the,
But if it does happen, then
if it
you're all going to be accountable for the cooking.
Oh,
okay?
listen, absolutely.
I've already said,
I'm
I think we
encouraging
probably will
Right,
do.
I'm
I've
not-
I'm not-
accepted it.
I can't get cooked. I'm encouraging this. I want him to do it.
You want what? You want Spurs to win?
No, I want him to play the high line.
Oh,
He's going to play the high line.
You know
He's
what?
going to play
It's
the
just
high
to
line.
what your
you know,
beliefs
even
are,
we
He's gonna play the
we were
high line.
discussing this today, right? Like, say, us, we're like, how come it's like Arsenal in the Champions League, we score so many goals, we're so fluent. And in the Premier League, we're struggling for fluency. And basically, it's that. It's like we're saying, teams that are playing us in the Premier League, they know that if they come and they try to play high lines and stuff like what Lons did last night.
Oh, did they try and play high line, did they?
They come with a high, they were like Tottenham. And they got absolutely destroyed. So I'm saying...
So the evidence is there.
You have to change up your tactics, because we're saying because these teams, I feel, they're the teams that we played in the Champions League are teams that are either the champions of their league or they came runners up.
Yeah, they're the main guys where they're from, so
they missed out by a point. They've been used to playing attacking, but they didn't adapt their game. Now Brentford, on the other hand, they know that if they come so they've got to adopt something different, and they nearly pulled it off. So
I don't know.
I just think Tottenham have to change.
If they do, you might be able to. You never know. You might be able to get by playing how you play.
The one thing I'd say is still, and this is what I said on Monday's show, that having Eric Dyer in the defence probably still means you lose the game anyway.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
and that's not me just singling out Eric Dyer. That's just calling it over the last few seasons. When seeing us sit back and do that, we always lose the game. Like with Chelsea, if we would have just gone and put everyone behind the ball, we would have lost the game regardless. So I would rather go for it, you know. And sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. I still stand by the fact what are you looking at?
It's going to be so much fun.
What are you looking at?
We're going to have fun.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at Flex.
Okay.
Fleck.
Yep. I'm with you, bro. I see you. I see you,
it's funny
brother.
because my team played just before, so I need something.
Oh yeah,
because I might go inside. You never know. So I need.
I just don't. I just think sometimes weird things happen in this universe, and who knows. Who knows?
Okay, let me do a couple of super chats. Alex says Robbie Smalls. Robbie Smalls. Blaming Arsenal for bottling the league on injuries, but when it happens to Spurs, he says no excuses. I didn't say no excuses. Obviously, the injuries are taking its toll for Spurs, but that's why they're going to have to adapt.
I'd feel better if Benton Paul was it.
Kira Bitsy says, Abby, would you rather never be able to cook Matisse, or would you give Sol Campbell a big tight hug? That's a big.
That's wild.
What my two options?
Yeah, those are two
never be able to cook him, or have to give Sol Campbell a big hug.
Rack
never be able to cook him.
Says Robbie, you're saying my name wrong. It's not Rack. It's R-A-K. That's my initials. Just letting you know. Okay, R-A-K, big up. London Nomad says, Abbey and Spurs' hypocrite arc has started. They love it when Romero goes in for players, but God forbid someone do that to them.
That's true. That's spot on. You've got
that dog.
They've literally got a hitman in their team.
You didn't say
I've never seen that
Romero was doing that to Enzo Fernandez.
No, they didn't.
There was love there, and also he got the ball. He got the ball.
No problem.
And
he got the ball. Yeah, he took the man, but he also got the ball.
Oh, okay, cool.
Steen says, high line, byline, skyline, don't matter, City 4-0. Abby, what's your prediction for the game?
Quite cool.
That was very funny.
That was a good one.
What is my prediction?
Come on, darling.
I'm going to
be honest. No, can you just seriously, just say will you seriously? If you think you're going to get cooked, just say it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because if you don't get cooked,
I did say I think we're going to lose.
No, look, not just lose. What do you think?
It's not how you lose.
Yeah.
I think it will be. I'm not going to say that we're going to lose. I'm not going to do a prediction that we're going to lose. In my heart, I might think it, but I want to have somebody. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Spurs win.
Matisse?
But you're lying.
I'm not going to say we're going to lose. I'm not going to do it.
By saying that, you're basically admitting that you think we're going to lose. You're going to lose.
I'm not going to do it.
All right, Matisse?
Manchester City.
Watch yourself.
5.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Tottenham Hotspur. 0.
5-0?
Yeah, bro.
Flex.
I want
3-0.
annihilation.
Free zip.
3-0?
4-1. Give them something for the high line that they're going to play, innit? You get one goal.
You know, I can see. You know, the thing is, City.
They'll probably create a couple of chances.
City against Leipzig conceded 2. They were 2-0 down.
Yeah, but the
then
problem
come
is
back
can't
and won
finish it
3-2.
either.
Yeah.
Do you see how many chances we wasted on Sunday?
3-1. I think it'll be 3-1.
To City.
Which, in all honesty, is a respectable scoreline. That is a decent result, and I will take it.
Even if it was 1-0. I just think, however City win, it'll just be.
It won't be 1-0.
And this is
but I'm just saying.
No, the reason
even if the scoreline
City do that, I will swear. Pep needs
there's
to
no way that City aren't going to score against us.
Don't have the game in your hands and then just pass it around.
I hate he done that against Liverpool, lads. He did it against Liverpool.
Worse.
Do you know what? Actually, there is a very big shout that this could end up as a high-scoring draw if we can finish. If we start finishing moves off.
Yeah, if it becomes like a
we
Barca
I mean, the way Chelsea did it.
We
Yeah,
do create.
Chelsea did it.
Oh,
Chelsea did it.
You want our result? Well, glorious draw.
That result weren't at the Etihad.
And look at the confidence they took from it.
That
remember?
result weren't at the Etihad.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
true.
difference. That's at the
Yeah.
If
Etihad.
we can sort the finishing out.
Yeah, if it was at
which-
your place.
At your place, maybe Etihad.
Difficult place to go.
Just before that, there's
Monday
another
before.
game, 2:00 kickoff Sunday, Chelsea versus Brighton.
Right.
I know that Matisse.
Deserving,
Let's
man.
go!
You put a bet down the Brighton derby. The Brighton derby,
Brighton
because
derby.
you took all their players, all their backroom staff, everything, and they're still good, right?
Better than you.
I'll take that, Mike.
Chelsea versus Brighton. There'll be no Lewis Dunk. That's significant
Massive.
because
Fatty's out for ages.
he got
Wembley
suspended. They've got a load of injuries
Yeah.
on Brighton.
Lamptey's now out for ages.
Yeah.
Poor lad.
But they still find a way, this team. You got to bounce back from that horror show in Newcastle. How are you feeling?
I'm good, you know. Good.
You're not good.
You shouldn't be.
Fine. There's no pressure. It's not like as if
You're
we
not
don't win
good.
this game, we go like how many points behind them if they beat us? I
You
don't
said
even
the
know.
other day,
7.
my next 5 or something like that. Remember you said all that?
Started off well
I
with
got to
him.
stop doing that. That ain't working well for me.
Just like the 20, what was it? The last year?
21
21.
We're gonna take this one game at a time now, guys. That's a new strategy. So we don't talk about what's happening next Wednesday because that's gonna be an absolute madness as well against you lot.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes,
big
yes,
one, lads.
indeed,
Massive
sir.
one.
That's my next home.
Boomba.
Yeah. You got 2 big games coming up.
Monday we will be
Flex.
there. Me and you, Monday. It's gonna be mad. So
That's for another day.
But that's one game at a time. Brighton at home. We played them in the cup. We beat them. It was a close game.
That was what I was gonna say.
It was a close game. So
They've got a lot of injuries, though.
yeah, they got a lot of injuries, but so did Newcastle. So I'm not gonna count that for anything. We just
Dunk's significant, though.
we just need to
Massive.
win the game. Dunk's significant.
I rate him though for what he got.
Webster.
Stupid.
Webster,
Stupid, though. So stupid.
Webster a few times this season's had his pants pulled down, like he's been ripped a few times. I remember the West Ham game. So yeah, I'm hoping that we need to win the game. Like I don't even care how we do it. Like forget this nice football nonsense. Like I actually don't care how we do it. Almost need to take inspiration from you lot who went on this run. That really, I still don't know how you're doing it, but you're doing
Because
it.
we're not as bad as people say, and you are as bad as people say. That's the difference.
I don't truly.
What was it? The media saying we're rubbish. and sacked Ten Hag.
On Wednesday, you must prove just that.
No,
And I'm
no. I
expecting
don't
to
have
beat
to prove
us.
anything to you. I'm
No,
above you, and you're worse than my
next
team.
Wednesday, I'm
I don't
expecting
need
you
to
to
prove
beat
anything.
us just comfortably. It's not a problem.
You just said you don't know how we've gone on this run versus how you.
Yeah, so on
Because we're better
Wednesday,
than you.
yeah,
That's all.
on Wednesday you're better than
To
us.
be
You're going to beat
fair,
us. It's not a
their
problem.
run consisted of playing a 9-man Spurs and 45 chances.
There you go.
That's what your run.
That's your
consisted
fault.
of.
If you,
I agree, but that's
if
not
you,
a
if
run.
you guys were,
You've
if
constructed
you guys
it,
could
put
hold your
together.
nerves being 1-0 up and didn't get so emotional, maybe you
It's-
would have been able to kick
it's
back
called
at Matty
passion.
Cash.
It's actually called
You would have had your
It's called
roadman
passion.
Romero
It's
to
called
kick back at
passion.
Matty Cash,
It's called
but he was on the
passion.
bench chilling,
It's called
talking about
passion.
what he's going to do in Feb.
Do you know what? We should just make a show for you two just to argue again.
I'll get you back at Villa Park, bruv. Be there on time. Do you know
Get
what
back
I
at Stamford Bridge, bro.
You're the best of enemies, part 2 here, lads.
By the way, that's not really a word you should be using.
mean? What?
Be there on time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're sharp. You're sharp. I'll give you that one.
I know that you put a bet down on us on the fair play, right?
Yeah. Chelsea to
What?
win.
Chelsea to win.
Chelsea to win.
What's your
because
prediction?
I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. I don't think it's going to be comfortable, easy, because I know our backline's got a couple of suspensions. I'm very worried that centre-back's going to be playing at full-back again. Although I must say for this game, I would put Caicedo at right-back. I know he played there at the Emirates last season. I'd tuck him in from that position and just not put Disasi at right-back.
Played there against us as well.
Yeah, so I'd do that. Hopefully Poch thinks of it. And yeah, 2-1.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to come straight in, and that's not happening. Straight in.
Oh, you're
fair
gonna do
play.
some
I'm
Deserby
countering
propaganda?
that, yeah.
It's funny because you
Deserby,
hate
yeah,
Roberto
Deserby. No, do you know
Deserby.
what? I've listened to what all you guys have said of how much we should love this guy and what a job he's done for little old Brighton. And you know what?
Wow.
You're right.
Wow.
You're right. We should have more belief in them. He's got all these injuries and he still managed to keep his head above water. That's fantastic.
Coming
Deserby.
off the
Like a
back
Ten
of
Hag,
their
I'm
first
saying.
win in ages as
Do you know what
well.
I'm saying?
It's like a
So,
Ten Hag.
no, I'm going to counter that. Brighton are going to win this game.
Yes.
At the bridge. Yes, they
Yes,
are.
they are.
They're actually above you in the table, remember?
Yeah.
Of course.
Because they're better than you.
Of course they are. Everybody is. That was no surprise to me.
Brighton are going to win this game
6 points above you.
2-1. And then they're going to be 9 points ahead of you.
Ooh.
You're going to be looking up at the Seagulls 9 points
You
behind.
could be looking up at the top half of the table.
Take a shit on me.
This is one of them. I don't agree with Flex. I think Brighton have been there to get at this season, and I think Chelsea are finding something somewhere. Sorry, lad. Sorry, yeah. But I'm allowed to disagree. Okay, that's fine. So I think there's something to get for Chelsea here, but I still don't think they're good enough to quite get over the line against a really, really good team. So 2-2 for me.
2-2. I think. I think I have to edge Chelsea on this one. I think I'm going to agree with Matisse on the 2-1. There's too many injuries, and Dunk, that's a big one. He's the captain, he's the leader, he's a great player as well. I think that's a big miss for Brighton. I have to go 2-1 to Chelsea. Liverpool also playing in the 2 o'clock slot on Sunday as well. Liverpool taking on Fulham at home. Fulham just got a win over Wolves, a bit controversial one. Haven't been great on the road though, Fulham. You'd expect this should be a standard win for Liverpool, shouldn't you?
Right, I said this against Luton, didn't I? I was like, we're going to smoke you, isn't that? So I'm going to say, you're a good team. Yeah, Fulham, you're a good team and that, yeah, sound. And we may beat you, okay? We may beat you nicely.
You don't mean that.
It's Anfield.
Lad, I know, but last time I sat here and said how we're comprehensively going to smoke Luton, and that didn't happen, lads. They absolutely stuffed us. So I get it. Okay.
We actually drew Fulham at home. They're one of the only teams to take a point.
That's not happening.
They're not getting many goals, are they? And I can't see them getting 45 penalties against them this time like they did against Wolves.
It's not going to be in a Wobie masterclass and bloody Raul Jimenez.
The way we're playing,
Van Dijk, and it's not going to happen.
Surely not. In my mind, right? The logical thing is Liverpool win this 3-0, 3-1. Yeah, that's what they win. They can't score goals at the moment, Fulham. They're struggling with somebody at the top. Raul Jimenez is not doing it. You know, they're struggling, lad, a lot. So I see Liverpool win. I think everyone agrees with me, right?
Yeah.
3-1, Anfield. You know, we've been playing well.
I think 3-0.
3-0.
Routine as it comes.
I've just seen us concede the first goal too many times now over the last year. I literally watch us concede the first goal every single game, and then I go, now the game started, this is great. But that's just something that happens with Liverpool.
I think in this game, Liverpool almost, like, especially attack, I think they just have a bit of a field day. I think Nunez be getting loads of chances. Salah's cutting in. Szoboszlai shot from distance, popping it about. I don't
want to say that though. I don't want to say it.
Well, you can let me say it.
Yeah, thank you.
You're going to have a very
the only thing I think is Paulinho back, because Paulinho was missing in the game on Monday. He should be back for that game. He's a huge player for them.
He is.
I don't think big enough to make them.
I mean, listen, you got and a good run of games coming up for Liverpool, isn't it?
This is our easy time now. I think we've got next actually. We've got Fulham, then we've got next now after this. We've got a few games coming up.
You've got running games until you play us on the 23rd.
Which I'm not looking forward to. That's the big one. Is it
at Anfield?
At Anfield.
Yeah, it's at Anfield. So I'm getting that one out of the way quickly just before Christmas as well. This is where the season starts really in December, isn't it? This is where you pick up your points or you drop them.
December, Jan.
Are you going to be okay going back to Anfield, Robbie?
No, of course he isn't, lad.
On Anfield, it's a painful place to go.
Yeah.
I can't. Last time.
Don't be inciting the crowd.
When it's Anfield, there's something about
I'm telling you, to this day, if Arsenal had won that game, if they sorted out, they won 100%.
This is our run, right?
It did have that feel. It did have that feel to it.
It was that
from
day.
2-0 up.
Liverpool's run now, right? We've got Fulham, which should be a win, right? Then we've got the Blades, Chef U, should be beating them. After that, we've got Crystal Palace away, which isn't an easy game, but we should be beating them. And then we've got City and Arsenal, so that's 3 perfect games.
I thought we play you soon.
Yeah, we do. We play. Sorry, not City. United. We've got United, then Arsenal. And so that's a brilliant run of games to go into them 2 massive ones for us. I'm looking forward to it.
When are we going there?
17th. In the studio.
We're just before 23rd of December, man.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, bro.
I am already so desensitized to that. After last year, everything I went through.
Is that Anfield, yeah?
Yes. I feel like Mr. Burns looking at that.
Are you okay going back to Anfield?
No.
Sitting here like, excellent.
Arsenal taking on Wolves in the 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Arsenal, good record against Wolves. I think we've beaten them in their last 4 games. Beat them 5-0 last year at home. It was the last game of the season, so I think that was a bit skewed, that game. Wolves have been, playing well, not getting the result. I think it's very unlucky against Fulham with some of the decisions.
Poor Gary O'Neill, man. He's getting rinsed by VAR.
Yeah, and then I think the other thing about that game is they got a couple of injuries. Nouri's been playing really well for him. He's out. Lamina who's been
Suspended,
excellent
isn't
in the midfield. He's suspended. So you've got to fancy Arsenal in that game. At home, they haven't Arsenal haven't lost a home game this season. I'm going to go for draw. You never listen. It's
you
the
said
Premier
a lot
League.
of things in this show. This
Premier League. I'm going.
If I'm ever going to back them, I do it every week.
I'm going 2-0.
You never say
2-0
they're
Arsenal.
winning.
Where are you going? Where are you going, Abby?
I'm going with a draw. Don't sleep on Wolves.
Do you actually think they're going to draw, Abby? Come on.
Of course he doesn't.
Do you think that Wolves are going to go to the Emirates against Arsenal, one of the best attacking teams, and
anything
draw?
is possible, Doyle, if you believe.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Anything is possible.
Listen, I think
I don't
Wolves,
think you should sleep
Wolves are a
on
good
Wolves.
side.
They are, but
They're a good side.
they're going to the Emirates. It's
Doesn't
different. If
matter.
you go there, Grant, if you go to Molineux,
Fulham went to the
then
Emirates, got
it's a
themselves a draw.
dangerous
But
game.
Fulham went to the Emirates, got themselves a draw.
We beaten them.
Tottenham went to the Emirates, got themselves a draw.
No one expected those things.
That's fair.
Exactly. So I'm going with a draw.
Not in this moment.
Okay.
Come on down
Wait,
with a
Arsenal
draw.
just won
What's the
6-0.
I'm going to go with a...
You don't even know. Just making it up on the spot. She has no idea. You got no idea.
I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw.
A 1-1.
Who's the goal scorers?
King Kai.
Willian, free kick.
King Kai.
King Kai, man.
King
And
Kai.
Kai Havertz.
King Kai Havertz scored again last night in the Champions League.
I'll go with Martinelli and I'll go with...
William, former Arsenal player.
James
Bang.
Wilson.
Havertz is scoring again, man.
Maybe like Cunha. Maybe I'll go with him.
Cunha. Right, 1-1. Matisse, what's your prediction for
I
that
think she
game?
actually hates Arsenal more than I do.
You know it.
Makes sense.
Definitely do. I'm going to go with an Arsenal win. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I don't think it'd be comfortable. Wolves are a good team.
Oh, there we go. See? Not so far off, am I?
Gabriel and Saliba rock solid at home. They ain't getting much of a sniff. Wolves 3-0.
3-0. Did you do it?
I reckon it's going to be about 3-1. Jesus played boss the other day. He's going to be going into this game with a bit of confidence and that.
Havertz is very confident at the moment, 2-2. King Kai.
She's turned into a full troll, hasn't she? She has literally, since they've started losing, she is
More
back with
goals
the
than
vengeance, mate.
Kulusevski this season, I think, yeah? Am I right?
Mind your business.
Want a fair play bet on that?
Yeah,
what
okay.
did you say? A draw? You said
I said a
1-1?
draw.
You've just
Yeah.
lost. You're just giving them money away. You're
She's
just
not
giving
even
money away, Abby.
She's not thinking. She's just go on. Yeah, I'll do that. Go on.
Don't forget,
I'll
and
see it
also
through.
don't
I'll see the whole
forget,
thing
as we
through.
said right at the start of the show, if you use the promo code SACA, right, when signing up, right, for fair play, and he scores or assists in the game, and he's playing really well at the moment, you can win a free £5 bet. So that's all you got to do. Use the promo code SACA. Do that right now. Click the link in the description. Users need to be 18 or over. Be gamble aware. Scan the QR code as well, or download the app right now. The link is in the description. The other games, let's run through them quickly. Brentford versus Luton, guys. Prediction, Matisse.
Brentford 2-0 win.
Matching it.
2-0.
2-1.
I like the 2-0.
I like the 2-0 as well. I think Brentford are strong at home, man. Yeah. But this is such an important game, I think, for Vincent Kompany. Burnley versus Sheffield United flex.
It's at Burnley, yeah?
It's at Burnley. He's
he has to win
got
this.
to win this, hasn't he? I mean, do you know what's
he
the
doesn't,
what's the
honestly-
crazy stat so far? Just before you get in there, what is the crazy stat this season in the Premier League?
That they ain't won a game.
Burnley have gone the longest without a win.
Oh, no, they haven't won a home game at all.
It's not even you. Abby?
Probably most goals conceded or something.
No manager has been sacked yet.
Oh, right.
I thought we were just focusing on
Yeah.
And by now, like this time last
By now,
year,
like loads of managers.
Yeah, that's
we had
fair.
the World
And
Cup, we had a long break.
I think under normal circumstances,
Oh, it was World Cup
Company would
this
have
time
gone.
last year.
I agree.
Right, Company would have gone under normal circumstances, and Heckingbottom.
Yeah.
But the teams are sticking with their managers at the moment,
Yeah.
right? But Burnley, I think if he loses this, I think he's going to come under some serious pressure.
Yeah,
for
because
his
he's
job.
already under serious pressure.
Has to win this one, doesn't he?
I mean, Sheffield United,
Oh, yeah, so poor.
they're bad. But obviously, but I still feel if I look at Burnley and Sheffield United, if I was to choose who's got a little bit more about them, I probably would shade Burnley.
Me too.
Because of the way they try to play and like they can create chance. Obviously, clearly they're wasteful and they're at the bottom of the league. But I think because it's at Turf Moor, I think, and I can't see Sheffield United travelling well. I just, they're really bad, Sheffield United, really bad. I just think, but
1-1.
Yeah.
Did Sheffield? I think so. Did Sheffield?
1-1.
As I was doing that, Matisse just.
I'm going 1-1.
Just, they're both just so poor. It might be 0-0.
Company needs to win that badly. He's ain't gonna get it.
Nah, do you know what? Do you know what? Nah, because I like Company. I want him to, as a manager, you know what I mean? Man, I want him to do something.
Leave with something.
Like, yeah, do you know what? I think Burnley might do it. I'm going to go Burnley 1-0.
It's what you've all just been talking about. Burnley are super attacking. Sheffield United are just super crap, and they've got not. Sorry, I wanted to give them something, but I couldn't while I was trying to do it. And I just feel like they might get one of them goals where they suck Burnley in and they get a horrible corner goal or something crappy like that. So for me,
they are evenly matched. Like someone said it there, two championship teams going at each other. This is like a top of the championship clash. Like they might even produce an exciting game because they're at par together.
Sheffield went to Everton, didn't they? They went to Everton and got a result, didn't they? This season, Sheffield. Or was it Luton? Was it Luton?
I think it was Luton.
No, Luton.
Okay. Sheffield. I think it's going to be 1-1 myself, lads. I can't see this game being very exciting either, to be quite honest with you.
It's not live, is it?
I hope not.
Probably is.
No, you can't.
If you put this on the telly,
you can't.
They would. Honestly, they would.
Monday night.
Just despise us.
When is this game? Does it say?
no, it's on a
Saturday.
Saturday.
It's got to be a free.
Yeah, so it's not on the telly. Yeah, good.
Surely not.
All right,
Yeah,
so
1-1.
Yeah, I think it's going to be this. I think it's going to be the same, like really low quality. I've backed Burnley so many times to turn it around.
You've tried
on the show.
to, innit? Yeah.
I've really tried, and I thought we turned a corner last week, but we didn't. They create things, but just in terms of like final third, it's just abysmal. And Sheffield again, as Doyle said, super crap. So I think probably a 0-0 or a 1-1 at best this game.
I think Burnley will win this one. I'm going to go for. They've got to win this one. 2-1 to Burnley. Nottingham Forest versus Everton, Doyle?
I reckon Nottingham Forest, fortress, absolute fortress. They are very good. So 2-1 to Forest.
They got to start. Although they know that they'll be all right, and no one predicts that Everton will go down.
You don't know.
Remember, yeah, exactly. Luton won, didn't they?
Yeah, they're pulling it out now.
What are they on 9 points? What are Luton on?
I think 9 points. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're still on 4.
Yeah.
So if you don't this is why in the moment when we were playing them, I was like, it can go the other way where it's like you put a bit of pressure on, all of a sudden you haven't won, you start second guessing yourself, and that's the way. They need to win. They need to win because if you get back-to-back losses after this thing, it starts to fester, especially if Luton pick up something. So, but Forest are good at home, man. Forest are good. I think Forest are going to do them.
So do I, lad.
Yeah, and then we might see a little wobble for Everton a little bit. So I'm going to go Forest 2-1.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, I've got Forest to win this 2-0.
2-0. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go 1-1. No. Forest,
even a draw for Everton, it's like
Forest lost at home in the last game, though, didn't they? So
did they lose?
Yeah, they lost to Brighton.
Yeah, they were winning.
3-2.
I think I backed Forest in it.
But
that's Brighton, and they.
I think Forest will bounce back in this game. Tough place to go to when you need a victory, which is like you guys said, Everton need to win now. This is like
pressure's on.
Last week everyone was saying, "Oh, they get out of it." Like you said, 4 points, 7 points off Luton now. I mean, no, 5 points off Luton. They got to win. You know what I mean?
And look, if they lose, it's not like
look at their fixtures for December as well. Everton's right.
Who they got?
Newcastle, right? They got Newcastle at home, Chelsea at home, Burnley, which is a massive game for them, and then Spurs away.
Wow,
that's a huge.
So out of that next 5.
Yeah.
So even out of the next 5, it's like if that doesn't go right, all of a sudden you find yourself like 9 points off.
So it's a game they have to win. I'm going to go draw 1-1. Couple more games. Bournemouth Villa.
Villa.
Where's it? At Bournemouth.
At Bournemouth. Bournemouth are playing well at the moment.
Yeah,
One of the side wins.
Yeah.
But I think Villa should be okay there.
So what are you saying?
2-0.
2-0 Villa?
Nah, I'm going to. Bournemouth have been pulling out a little bit here. I'm going to say 2-2, me.
2-2.
Yeah.
Is that Villa, no?
Is that Villa? It's at Bournemouth.
Oh, it's at Bournemouth.
Yeah, Matty Cash is playing.
Yeah. I was like, 3-1 Bournemouth.
I knew that would affect her
Solanke hat-trick.
I knew that would affect her scoreline. Matisse.
I'm going to go 2-2 as well.
2-2. I'm going to go for the shock of the weekend, right? I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
Fair play.
Right? Villa don't travel well. You should have took advantage of it last
100%.
week. They're not. I mean, Villa
They had injuries, didn't you know?
at home. At home, Villa, unbelievable at home. Don't always travel the best. Last game of the weekend just to talk about. It's actually another one of the 2 o'clock kickoffs on the Sunday. Abbey, West Ham versus Crystal Palace.
Cool game.
Ooh.
Cockney boys. Massive.
Massive.
Yeah.
West Ham for me. I think that's maybe 2-0 West Ham.
Yep.
It's tight one for me. It's tight again.
It's very tight.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 West Ham.
Is Eze back? Did he get properly injured or is he back?
Well, I'm not sure actually.
Where is it? West Ham.
West Ham.
Oh, is that
Yep.
But Palace are they can play.
They're on and off, aren't
Yeah,
they?
but it depends
On
who
and
they've
off
got
them.
fit. And
Yeah.
again, if Eze's
West Ham got a
out,
good team though.
I'm going to go. What did they do? They got the last minute win against Burnley last time, innit? Could lose 2 assists.
Yeah.
I'll go with West Ham.
European football though.
Yeah.
they don't actually
Yep.
do that well on the Sunday after it.
Yeah, Thursday night.
I'll go with the...
Same with Villa as well. They got a Thursday night game. So
Oh, yes, they do.
Liverpool
do as well. I'll go with 2-0.
Who you playing?
West Ham. We've got the mighty Lask. What you mean? Who are we playing?
Lask
The mighty
wins.
Lask,
Man
bro.
play Lask.
Anfield.
It feels like they play every Thursday.
so you going 2-0?
Yeah, 2-0. I think Decore's injured as well for Palace, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's massive for them. So him being out with Eze.
Did you, Matisse? Did you?
I've gone with a West Ham 2-1 win. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll match that.
2-1 win. Well, I don't know. You know,
I think
maybe go
Palace
1-1. Maybe Palace. Although Eze got injured last week,
That's
didn't
what I mean. And Decore's out now as well. They're centre
Yeah, actually,
defensive
no.
mid.
West Ham,
Yeah.
1-0. 1-0 to West Ham. Some super chats here. This one from, so let's just get his name here, Jason. He says, Matisse, your boy Kai is looking good out here. 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scored good. Russell Jones says, Abby has been manifesting against Arsenal. She doesn't see that her own team is garbage. Ooh. Rizwan Khan says, Abby is very insightful and wise until she starts talking about Spurs and her trauma for defending starts showing. Can't wait for Matisse's next bipolar watch along. Big up to Doyle, Flex, and the Don. Right, legend. Eric says,
we all got trauma. We all got trauma.
confused.
We all got trauma.
I'm all right.
You've had no adversity this year yet. Like,
played City away at the Etihad.
But
that
was
Diaz moment though was a lot of adversity.
Yes, that was, bro.
That was trauma.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, sorry, but I meant like in terms of the team.
Don't forget when they're
losing
against us, and they wanted the replay.
We've had a lot.
Yeah,
We've had
but
5
when
yellow
you-
cards.
But when you
red cards.
but you're
They
looking
lost
at
to
your team,
Toulouse.
you're like, there's no panic. We're doing all right. We're tight.
We're
charge.
steady.
You're just
Chill,
okay.
Winston. Chill, Winston.
Okay, let me do a couple more of these super chats here. Eric says, confused why we always have a bottom half tier team represented.
Well-
Time to get a Newcastle or Villa supporter in here. Nobody cares about Chelsea. They're ninth.
This is a Premier League
Tenth.
preview, and I'm here to
Tenth,
speak
by the
for
way.
those that are not spoken for.
The voice of the voiceless, lads.
So, bottom half of the league exists. We have a struggle. 40 points is the aim as always, and you guys need to start respecting that. Do you know what I mean? It's not just about the big teams.
Rizwan Khan says, thoughts on the Man City FFP trial 2024-25.
Is that when
And
it's
Ricky
gonna be?
Proctor also says, Man City trial date, late autumn 2024. This looks like it's
date's
been
been set then.
reported.
October, November.
And Rodder says, please replace Matisse with Sophie. Analysis matter.
Analysis.
Analysis matter. Analysis. Matisse is all right, man.
Yeah,
He's a good guy.
decent
I
guy.
think we're good with our.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a good
He's a
guy.
good guy.
He's a good guy. Not as good looking, but he's a good guy. Right. Let's just remind you again. If you use the code SACA, right, when signing up, right, for Fair Play, you can get yourself. Win yourself a free £5 bet. Use the code SACA. If Saka scores or assists in the game, you get a free £5 bet. Don't forget, it's easy to do. Users need to be 18 plus, be gamble aware. Scan the QR code or download to make your bet, and link in the description. I want to thank my excellent panel as usual. Abby Summers been brilliant. Right, Matisse. She's been on fire together. See, the last two, I was looking back on Monday, man. I thought she was going to hit me.
Can I just tell you what Kenny said to me today? We were talking about something. He said, "Why have I not got a shirt on?"
Yeah.
And I said, because I said something to him.
Yeah.
And Kenya was like, "I don't know what we've done to you." She said, "But I love it." She was like, "But you're just this villain now."
Yeah, you are.
She was like, I don't know if it's because you work with all men and like you've just become like that. And she said, but like, she was like, I love it. She was, and I was like, I'm just.
She's like, women pack girl power.
Yeah,
like,
doing it.
Trust me, she's the original Spice Girl, man, right here. I mean, girl power, man. You know what I mean?
She's going between all of them. Sometimes sporty, sometimes scary. Sometimes...
And I love her, but I hate her team, man. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes. Doyle, big up to yourself, man. Thanks for coming on. And also, Flex, as usual. We'll be back on Monday with the weekend roundup. Don't forget to check out the channel. This weekend, we've got a very, very special Saturday football show, right? So more details of that to come. But But look out for that this weekend. And also don't forget tonight, over on on track GP. I'm getting confused there. Right?
Start a new channel.
That's my second channel, right? Who's in the car? Right? As I said,
So what is it like when if
Lewis Hamilton,
if
watch
Stick
out.
drives the car in the thing where you don't
Yeah.
know who the person
Who's
is?
in the car, right? It's on 6 p.m. tonight on Track GP. You don't want to miss it, right? It's going to be, it's epic. Make sure you check it out, right? So, who's in the car?
You had fun.
Surely we're gonna know, like, if it's you versus maybe.
Is it Lewis Hamilton? Is it Verstappen? Is it
you?
Any of us that are sat here? Is it any of us that are sat here?
I may be the
you will
scout
get to
snake.
find out tonight. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to subscribe here to DR Sports, and we'll see you on the next one.
Here we go, it's episode 1, it's race 1 of Who's in the Car. There's a bit of fighting at the back of the pack already.